All right. Hello, everyone. Addicted to the Q, second show of the night. We are sitting here with Mr. Mark Hunsaker. How are you doing tonight?
Wonderful. How are you?
Not too bad at all. So,
All right.
one of the main reasons I wanted to come on there or had you come on here was you were having a contest coming up. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, it started out just as a tailgate event to allow some folks to get together who like to barbecue and tailgate, just have some fun, and then it kind of morphed into a little extra. So we decided to add the rib competition to it just to see if we could draw a few more people in, and that worked. I think at least 10 now, and I think I've got several more that are saying they're going to jump on. So
Yeah,
it
I
could
should
be a
sign up.
nice little turnout for our first one.
I should be signing up this week, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay, that'd be like 11 or 12, so they're good.
Um,
I'm kind of hoping we're going to get somewhere around 14, 15. That's kind of where we're shooting, what we're shooting for.
and the meat is provided, correct?
Meat is provided. We're going to buy the meat from a local place here in town called Patchwork Family Farms. Um, and what they do is they buy their pork, it's mostly just pork, from local pork farmers. Um, but I have to say, I'm going to go over to the store this week and just take a look at the ribs. If the ribs don't look like much, then I'm going to punt, and I'm probably going to run over to Sam's, buy the 2 packs, kind of go from there. But I want to give them a shot at it because they are, small family farms is what they kind of try to work with. So
So I kind of like that though. Puts everybody kind of on an even playing field.
yeah, that's what I've been saying for years. Some agree, some disagree, but an even playing field. You look at SCA; it's been very successful, and folks, as I understand it, I've never cooked on SCA thing, but as I understand it, you go in, you get a number draw, and that basically tells you when you can go in and pick up your steak. You select your steak from all these steaks on the table, so we can do the same thing with ribs, but all in an effort to try to keep things a little more on the an even playing field, and make it affordable. I mean, a lot of these comps have gone away, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that meat's so expensive, and it's unfortunately kind of turned into a big money thing with a lot of folks getting heavily sponsored, and average Joe he's just having a hard time buying a lot of that stuff. I mean, I hear guys all the time saying, well, it cost me $1,000 to enter a contest, and I'm thinking, boy, that just eliminates a lot of folks.
Yep.
So I think we just should go into it with an open mind, have some fun. Try to look at it and say, well, we're going to make some mistakes. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But we want to try to keep it fun and affordable, kind of a tailgate atmosphere. Um, I like to sit down with some guys and kick it around. One thought was maybe to have it at grocery store parking lots, where folks just show up with their cooking equipment like they would say if they're going to tailgate, and they won't know for sure. We could either do it 2 ways. You could say it's just you're not going to have any idea what you're going to cook. Just bring your cooking grill or smoker, and then you'll know when you get there what you're going to cook. Now that might be kind of a shocker to a lot of folks, but also kind of a fun challenge
Hmm.
because whatever you select, you can jump on the internet in a heartbeat and kind of get a few recipes or maybe figure some stuff out. And you can also go into the store and buy it, directly from the store who's being good enough to, let the competition take place on their property. So, restrooms are there. Everything you'd need for a comp would be there. Obviously, you could bring your own rub or sauces, but if you need something else, you can go in the store and buy it. Like your soda, your beer, your ice, and all that stuff. So, anyway, just fun thing to do. I think it's time we all kind of uh, get out underneath the COVID umbrella and go out and start having some fun and actually socialize. I think what I've been hearing from a lot of folks is I think we kind of lost that. So some of us kind of lost the knack of talking.
Yep.
We're just not talking anymore, having fun with. I mean, we need to have some fun enjoy each other, learn a few things, talk barbecue, talk whatever, but just have a good time. So
I mean, most of the
that's
people at KCBS competitions hide in their 20-foot trailer, and you don't even hardly see them. So
no, you don't. I mean, it's it should be, in my opinion, for what it's worth, it should be a social thing where folks can get together, have fun, you know, um, just 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 enjoy it, instead of being so focused on maybe just the money or something like that. I mean, you know, I'm of the opinion that money's nice. You all have to have some money, but don't don't make it so folks can't. The average Joe just can't afford to enter a contest. He may be a really good cook and he'd love to compete, but he also has to realize, or he realizes that he can't afford that $1,000 or $1,200 that he's going to fork over for a comp. So I don't know. It's something I think we need to take a look at and see maybe we can do something with it.
I think this will be a good time. I hopefully it builds in the future and we can do a couple of these a year. And
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's going to take effort on a lot of folks' part to just be open-minded and realize that this is just um, something that we can do to have some fun. You know, I've been to a lot of MU tailgating events, and it's fun. I mean, you get to meet different people and talk about different things, and everybody kind of likes to gather around the fire pit or the smoker or the grill, and talk about a few things. So we can all kind of learn from each other and have some fun doing it, and maybe get the youngsters involved in some of this too. So,
so, how many slabs are we gonna cook? Two?
well, right now I was just thinking, well, I mean, I can do two, but you know, that's going to cut into the prizes, the money. I mean, I'm happy to do two. If guys want to do two, I'll do two.
Are you wanting?
Um,
We can do one. If you're only turning, we're only turning four bones in.
well, I was kind of thinking about four bones. I don't know.
Then
I
that
mean, this
one
is,
rack would be plenty.
yeah, one rack ought to be enough. But I hope guys don't get too discouraged, or just throw up their hand and say they'll never do it again if there's a few hiccups. There's going to be some hiccups here. I know there is. We're not gonna be able to please everybody, but I want to hopefully everybody kind of keep their eye on the ball and realize that what we're trying to do is just have a good fun event for families to get together and have a good experience and actually maybe put the phone down and talk to each other. So
I actually think one slab might actually be a lot of fun because it kind of focuses on that one slab, and
yeah.
you're only turning four bones in. Whatever it is, it is.
Yep, that's right. If you're pretty good at reading the rib, and you can go in there and you get a low number, then good for you. That's great. But the next competition you may get a higher number. But I just hope folks aren't so too focused on um, the just winning cash or prizes. I mean, yeah, we're giving away a new drum smoker as a for the GC, and then a
And that's awesome.
do-it-yourself kit for the reserve, and then cash prizes up. I think through 5 places. I think that's what we're going to do. So, you probably noticed tonight we've got some Facebook inquiries about judging. A lot
Yes.
of guys are, going to be solo, and it is what it is. If they're solo, then I guess they get to also be a judge. you know, but as long as they don't judge their own, I think that's common sense there. But
Or I think you'll have people out. I think you'll have people at the event that would love to judge too. That might.
yeah, I've had a number of folks say, yeah, they're going to come. They may not be, competition guys, um, but I just don't know how many people are going to show up. I may be, overwhelmed by the number of people that show up. A lot of times you go out and talk to people, said, yeah, I'll be there. Count on it, and they don't show up. So I'm just going to roll with it and see what happens.
I'm just looking forward to it for just a good old fashioned, old style fun contest. Not a.
Yeah. Well, that's that's exactly what it's going to be. It's just going to be no frills. I mean, it's just going to be hopefully just a fun get together, and I would love it if people could kind of give us some thoughts on or feedback on what we do right, what we're not doing right, and build it. Um, I think we could have a lot of fun with this thing. So
I don't know. I heard a rumor that Robert Jackson's going to cook it, so I don't know. He only
yeah.
cooks one rack of ribs as it is anyway every contest, so we should be
Oh,
good.
well, yeah. I actually Robert jumped on the Facebook thing tonight, and he was asking for a friend.
Yes,
So yeah, I'm hoping he can make it. And I think his sister and her husband were up at the shop just a few weeks ago, and they bought a smoker. So I'm hoping they'll, you know, throw their hat in the ring, or at least just come out and cook. You
I
know,
did see that picture. I'm going to have to do one of those
yeah,
drum classes next year. I've seen a bunch of people that took those
mhm.
this year and really liked it. I
Yeah,
hope you're doing that
yeah,
again next year.
yeah. We'll do it probably this winter. When things are
Yep.
cold and we do, we're all have cabin fever and we need something to do. It's fun. We try to, we're trying to keep it down to about 10, because our shop is, we're limited on space too. Ryan, if Ryan, my son, keeps wanting to add more stuff, I'm not sure where we're going to put everything, but we'll figure it out.
How's has the foot traffic gotten better since
Well,
last?
yeah, the foot traffic's not real great. Our location is really not very good for business traffic coming in. We get a few people every week, but it's not like we're a go-to destination
Yeah.
for a lot of shoppers, because we're kind of a specialized entity, I guess, as far as barbecue goes. Because,
Yes.
um, but yeah, it's not bad. I mean, our sales have been really good. We diversified quite a bit into not just our drum smokers, which we've had for a long time, but also all the accessories. We're really big into the Weber kettle market and the Weber Smoky Mountain market.
Yep.
There's a gazillion of those guys out there,
Yeah.
and yeah, yeah, a
Mine
lot more than
mine's got a vortex plate in it as we speak. So
yeah,
it's
yep,
back
yep.
it.
Yeah, yeah, and so the the Weber kettle guys and the WSM guys have really, man, a few years ago they were really pretty adamant about not getting rid of their water pan and cooking low and slow, and man, those guys have made an about face and they have got after it. It's just fun watching these guys now who were used to just low and slow for hours and hours and hours, and all of a sudden they're cranking it up to 300 degrees, and they're like, "Wow, I can get my rib or get my cook done in about 4.5 hours for my brisket," and they're just amazed because it used to take them 12 to 16 hours or so.
Yep.
So there's
I
we can all learn. Yeah,
I used to be one of those guys too, and then I started cooking hot and fast on drums, and I said my Weber needs to get caught up with the times too, and
yeah,
it started cooking hot and fast on it too.
yep, yeah. I was in the same category. What, 12, 13, whatever years ago when hot and fast was really starting to take off. And it was drums, guys cooking drums were doing it. And then I thought to myself, oh, I'm not going to do that hot and fast stuff. That's for the birds. Well, forever is a long time, and you couldn't hardly drag me back to low and slow again. There's no way. I don't have time for it, and the results are really good, hot and fast, as long as you know how to trim the meat and
Yep.
prepare it correctly. Not that I'm an expert, knifeman, but I can butcher just like anybody else.
Exactly. So, does anybody else have any questions about the contest coming up? Got a few people on here watching.
Oh,
Well, I
good.
just wanted to get you on and kind of clear the thing. So it is for future reference. It is the 17th. That is correct, right? I do have the date
Right,
right.
June 17th. We'll have the parking lot open by 7 a.m. So come on in. I think I'm kind of planning on having the ribs ready to go, and guys select their ribs by no later than 9:30, I think, with the goal of having the judging or turn in say at I think 1:30. Um, I'm going to put together some more information regarding the some rules and this and that, but we've had some guys ask, well, how about bringing in other ribs? Well, you can bring in other ribs in if you want to cook it outside of the comp, but I'm asking guys to you know try to keep everybody else in mind, kind of keep an even playing field, and cook for the competition the rib that you chose. Because if we get guys who bring in, other ribs, and decide to cook those instead of the rib that they chose, this thing is going to fall apart. We're not going to be able to do it that way.
Well, it kind of unevens the playing field again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I mean, you can go out there and you can, do a brisket. I don't know what the briskets are running now. Some of those, what A9 Wagyus, what are they running? They're over $200.
Yeah.
Um, and that's a chunk of money for a lot of folks.
Oh
But
yeah.
like I say, we're not going to please everybody, but I think there's a lot more folks out there that would love to compete or at least come out and have fun tailgating. And I think it's a good time to kind of get things off the ground and see what we can do with it. We just want to have fun.
Nope, I agree. I think it's going to be a blast.
I hope so. And then I will say, if enough guys, or if we get some guys that are coming in from out of town, um, and they want to get together the night before, we got fire pit. We're happy and would love to see everybody out there Friday night, the 16th, and just gather around the fire and enjoy discussing what we can do to try to make this thing work better for everybody, really. So,
Well, like I said, I look forward to it. Thank you for coming on and kind of giving more information about it. If anybody
yeah,
wants to sign up, they can message you on Facebook, or
yep,
you have a login? You have a site that you have it on your Facebook
yeah, it's
group,
on our
right?
Facebook. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and we'll be putting out some rules here in the next few days, just to clarify, kind of what the format's going to be all about. As long as everybody kind of realizes that we're new to this, we've never done this before, so bear with us. We'll hopefully this will be kind of a nice event for everybody, and we can kind of make it grow from there. But we're open to any and all suggestions. So
Might be a yearly or even a twice a year thing if we can get it off the ground and get
um,
it going.
yeah, if we can get it off the ground, and guys are really wanting to do more of this stuff, we'll be happy to try to make it happen. And I'd like to see different events where maybe the general public can come in and talk to the folks who are a little more seasoned in the barbecue world, and maybe teach a few folks a few things and get them interested, and especially their kids. We got to get this next generation involved in this stuff.
Yep.
A lot of these kids are kind of, I think they're being, kind of told that, you know, um, barbecue is not really what they should be doing. They should be eating bugs. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep.
But I'm afraid some of that's going to happen, though. So we need to do what we can to try to keep this tradition alive, barbecue alive. So
Well, I like the high school teams. I think that's a really cool thing now that they're starting.
yeah, I think the high school team's good. I encourage everybody that's got any say so in their local high school, or at least plant the seed that National Barbecue High School Barbecue Association is a viable um, organization, and Missouri is right in there with the growth. I think the next 2 years, the national contest is going to be at Branson. So
Yep.
if some folks can get a hold of the players, Mike Erickson, who's the national or the director of the national, and then Chuck Simpson here from Osceola is the Missouri rep or director. So I'd love to see more teams get involved in that, and if there's something we can do to help them. I mean, we're trying to offer some packages to these teams to see if we can kind of help them out and go from there. But we'll see.
Those kits you guys have is a pretty good thing for them to start with.
Yeah, it is. It's a good way to build your own drum and take some ownership in that. And I strongly encourage the kids to get involved in that kind of thing, because it's pretty easy to build one. I mean, when we have our build a drum classes, we're in and out in about 2 hours. So it's we get a lot of drums built real quick.
I bet.
Um, and I think we're going to probably offer a do-it-yourself kit with a drum here shortly, but right now we're just pretty busy. We're kind of running behind on a lot of stuff, so we're
Gotcha.
trying to get caught up. It's kind of hard to do.
Oh, I imagine, especially it's barbecue season now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody wants them yesterday,
Oh yeah,
which is good, I guess. Yeah, we're
yeah.
having fun. Yeah, we're
I
having
get.
fun with it.
I guess if you decide to pull the trigger, you want it as soon as possible.
Yeah, yeah. That's it's funny. Guys will get a hold of us. Say, I just ordered, a couple days ago. Is any idea when it'll ship? Like, well, kind of depends on the color that you chose. But I guess if we get to the point where we decide to go ahead and offer non-painted drums, um, then the turnaround time is going to be almost nothing because we can get that stuff put together a lot quicker. Painting is a love hate relationship for me. I love it when it goes on good, and I really hate it when it doesn't. So, but you never know until you do it. So,
Yep. Well, thank you for coming on and talking about the
sure.
contest, and hope maybe we'll have you on again afterwards and kind of talk about different stuff and maybe what we can do wrong, better, and improve it, or
Yep.
this or that. But
Yeah.
thank you for coming on.
No problem. My pleasure.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right. Sounds good, Bradley.
All right.
Thank you.